Hello, everyone. Welcome to the information session for our students at Center College today. My name is Xiaoying, and I'm from the University of Reading. I work in the international office, and I'm the regional manager for students from Americas. I'm very pleased to be joined today by my colleague, Yasmin. Yasmin is from Henley Business School. Yasmin, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. So I'm Yasmin. So I'm the regional manager also that looks after the Americas, but just for the business school. So after Xiaoying talks about the University of Reading, I'll be speaking about the business school programs as well.
Thank you, Yasmin. So in my presentation today, we're going to talk the overview of the University of Reading in the UK, and then Yasmin will be talking about the Henley Business School for our master's programs in business. And after that, we are happy to answer any questions you might have. So about the university and Reading. So Reading is located in Southeast England, not too far from London. If you take the train, it takes about 25 minutes from London to Reading. And the train is very frequent as well. It's every 10-15 minutes. So it's very easy for our students to commute between Reading and London. And also for international students arriving in the UK, Reading is very well connected to the international airports. So the two major airports in London, Heathrow and Gatwick, we've got direct transport link going from the airport to Reading. It takes about 1 hour or so. So it's very easy for our students to travel internationally as well. And also Reading is very well connected to the other major cities in the UK, like Oxford is only about 30 minutes by train as well. So location is very great for our students to travel within the UK and also internationally. About the university, so we are one of the Radbricks University in the UK. We've got a very, very long history. So between the two world wars in 1926, we received our royal charter and became a university on our own. Then in terms of the student number, international student, we've got about 4,500 international students from all over the world. So it's a very international community. And also we've got students from the US, from the rest of the Americas, from different countries. And the university is a 5-time Queen's Anniversary Prize winner for higher education. And the most recent one is to recognize our achievement in climate change, which is the area that we are very proud of. And in terms of the campus, it's one of my favorite as well. So it's very green and spacious campus. We've won 13th Green Flag Award in 2023. So later on, you will see a picture of the campus where you see the photo of the main campus. And then in terms of the student number and the size of the university, we've got more than 20,000 students. So it's a medium-sized university in the UK. And like I said, we've got a very good percentage of students are international students. And in terms of our student performance, as you see, 78% of our master students graduate with a distinction and merit. So really good performance from our students too. We offer a wide range of subject areas here at Reading, and some of them are ranked top 20 in the UK. So land and property management, this is one of the subject area in Henley Business School. I'm sure Yasmin can tell you more about it later on at the presentation today. So we are ranked number 1 in the UK, and then building, we rank 3rd in the UK, speech and language therapy, agriculture, food science, art and design, marketing, education. So this list is very long, as you can see here. So lots of subjects are ranked top 20 in the UK. And overall, the university is ranked top 200 in the world, according to the most recent QS ranking. In fact, it was we are ranked top 169 in the world. So we've got 4 campuses, 3 are in the UK, 1 in Malaysia. For most of students, they will be studying at the main campus, which is the White Nice campus. So it's a very spacious and green campus, like I mentioned. We've got teaching facilities, we've got sports facilities, accommodation, and even a botanical garden and a lake on campus. So it's very nice, very beautiful, and it's very convenient for our students to live on campus as well. And we also have London Road campus, which is about 15-minute walk from White Nice campus. For students studying architecture and education, they will be spending their time here at London Road. And also London Road is where we host our graduation ceremony. And as you can see here from the picture, the London Road campus have these older buildings, and it also gives you a like a British university vibe. As I got asked sometimes by students, especially from the US side, they're looking for this type of older building, red bricks building in the UK university. So London Road campus is our older campus. So this is the picture of the main campus, the White Nice campus. As you see, it's very spacious, and these parts are all in the campus. So these are the main teaching facilities, and some of them are accommodations. So they are spread out on campus. And some of the sports facilities here, as you see, we've got sports grounds for football, rugby, tennis, and also we have a gym on campus too. And we've got a library on campus too, which is very, very nice. And the library just finished refurbishment in 2019. And as you see, it's still in really good condition, and it opens 24 hours during term time for our students to study there. And also you can borrow books from the library for the physical book, and also you can use the online resources as well. And then accommodation, if you want to, you can live on campus. We've got about 5,000 rooms on campus. Most of them are located within the campus, or if they're outside the campus, it would just be about 10 to 15-minute walk across the road to the campus. The price will range from about £133 per week to above £200 per week, depending on your options. You can choose standard room with shared bathroom, or you can choose ensuite, studio, or even one-bed flat. Also, there are catered or self-catered options for accommodation. So for our students from Centre College, once you finish your bachelor degree, you can apply to all different master's programs at the University of Reading. The application process is very straightforward. So you just apply online on the university website. Then you can submit your application, providing all the supporting documents like your transcripts, your certificate, references, and personal statement, etc. And for our students from Centre College, you can also enjoy the 10% discount on the tuition fee based on the standard international tuition fee rate. And once you complete the master's programs at Reading, then you get the University of Reading master's degree. Funding and scholarships. So we do offer scholarships to international students. The university scholarship, which is called the Centenary Scholarship, which has just been recently confirmed for 2024 academic year. So there are 100 scholarships in total for all international students, and each of them is £5,000. The scholarship is merit-based, so we'll be looking at the academic accomplishment in your bachelor degree in Centre College, and then we'll select the successful candidates for the scholarships. And in order to apply for scholarships, you do need to have received an offer of admissions. So that is why it's better for you to apply early. Once you get your decision on your application, then you can plan next steps if you're looking to apply for funding and scholarships. There are 2 rounds of scholarships. The first round deadline is on the 1st of March, and the second round is on the 1st of June. And also for students from the US, you can use the US loans and the federal aids to study at the University of Reading as well. So that's all from me. Now I'm going to hand over to my colleague, Yasmin.
Hi, I'm just going to wait for Xiaoming just to upload my slides, and I'll talk to you about the Henley Business School, which is a part of the University of Reading. Okay, so that's me. You can see me. So we'll move to the next one. So the Henley Business School, which is a part of the University of Reading, we're a global, a selection of global schools that holds a triple accreditation from UK, Europe, and the US awarding bodies. So you can be confident of the high standard of teaching you will receive when you come and study with us from our faculty. We're very global and have campuses around the world. So we've got campuses in Germany, Finland, South Africa, Malaysia, and the UK as well. So you can see we're very global. We've got over 7,000 students from across 100 countries and alumni presence of 87,000 from across 160 countries. So you can see we're a truly international institution. And the next slide will just show you a little bit about our rankings as well. So we're ranked number 7 amongst Financial Times in our business and management programs. And for finance, we're ranked number 6. So you'd be assured of the high ranking programs that you would be studying in. So joining us would be when you're joining us, it'll be like joining one of the best schools within the UK. The reputation is a great way for you to distinguish as well. You know, when you go for your job interviews and they say that you've graduated from Henley Business School, it's a really great, people know about us, especially because we're so close, like Xiaowing mentioned, from London. So most of our graduates do go and study in London as well, and they've heard of us. So just to go through this, you can see these are all our programs. Just an overview of the different sort of master programs that we offer at the Henley Business School. My aim is not to go through each and every one individually in depth, but I'm just going to run through them briefly just so you have an idea what each of them, what you would be getting from each of them. So the next slide, I'll just go into a bit more depth into those programs. Right from designing and restructuring our programs, the quality of teaching, investment of the facilities that we offer, we enhance in our careers outcome. The main thing is we understand you invest a lot of money to come and study here. So for you, what are you going to get out of it? So it's the careers, your job. And that's what most of our programs from Henley Business School are incorporated into. So the next slide, I'll just talk to you briefly about the different programs that we have, a little bit more in depth. So accounting, we have 2 accounting programs. They are both of them, accounting programs are ACCA and CIMA accredited. So on completion, you'll be exempt from 4 ACCA applied knowledge and skill exams, and you will be exempt from 11 CIMA exams. This is really big because this year it has increased from 4 to 11 CIMA exams. So it's a big jump. It's been very popular. I just recently returned from Turin, which is based in Italy, and we have a partnership with University of Turin as well, where you can do 1 year in Turin in Italy and 1 year here, and you get 2 certificates for the international accounting and finance. So it's a fantastic opportunity. And you would need an accounting background in that. The other one, which is accounting, financial management, and digital business, you do not need an accounting background in that. You can come from any background. Then moving on to our business and management programs. All of these require, it's really interesting because in the summer, it involves an international field trip. That's why you've got that little aeroplane next to it. So in the summer, you get to go, later on, I'll show you some really cool pictures where our class, last year, our classes, where they went. It's like an applied challenge that they do. They go to these big companies and they get talks from directors, and they have to break out into small groups, work out these scenarios and pitch back to them. So it's like putting business to life. It's not just all theory. You're actually practicing. So you're ready to get out there and work. So the first one is also, there's a new one we've got, which is the MSc Management. It is a flagship of the MBA program. And you've got an option of 3-month work placement as well in this one. The next one is the MSc Management International Business. A lot of people ask us what's the difference between both. So basically international is, as its name says, so international business is looking at the outside factors, the external factors, like the economic, social, environment, all of that. And the management, the first one, is more about managing the people. So that's the basic difference in that. Then you've got the MSc International Business and Finance, which is a fantastic opportunity because you do finance from, like I mentioned earlier, very, very highly ranked. We're at number 6 in our finance. You do it with the ICMA Center, and you do business from the Henley Business School. So it's a joint sort of partnership there. Then we've got the MSc International Human Resource Management. This is accredited by CIPD, AAC, CSB, and EQUIS. A very niche program that students come and study. The professor, Liz Holzman, she's been teaching this program for just over 10 years, and she's fantastic. She is also a professional accredited coach and academic fellow of the CIPD herself. Sorry, that's my dog. It's just going with me. That's probably the postman. Then you got the MSc Entrepreneurship and Innovation. So this one is basically if you are wanting to start your own business, or you come from a family and you wanted to continue your family's business. So that's also another really interesting. I mean, at the end, like Xiaoying said, we're happy to take questions. If there's any of these subjects that you were interested in, I'm more than happy to talk in depth. Then we've got the marketing program. So beauty about this, it's called a 3-pathway program. So in marketing, we've got your consumer marketing, international marketing, and sustainable marketing. What 3-pathway means is that in the first semester, you will do a bit of all 3 of them. So even if you decided that you wanted to maybe enroll into international marketing, and after doing a bit of all 3, you have the chance, like in January, to change your mind. You might think, no, sustainable is better than international, and you can actually go into that field. So that's the beauty about our marketing course there. So you can have that change no later than January, because then you specialize in that before going on your field trip and actually putting that work into practice, whatever you've learned. And the last one here is the MSc International Business and Digital Transformation. This is also a really nice program. It is new to this year. This is our first cohort that actually kicked off. Fantastic opportunity, because we had some Americans actually also come on this program. So you do the first, it's an 18-month program. You do the first 6 months at Henley Business School studying international business. Then you go to Milan to do the study in the Poly Graduate School to do digital transformation. And then in the last 6 months, you can have either choice. You can study in England, Milan, or your own country. It's a project-based. And you get 2 degrees, one from Milan and one from Henley Business School. The fees is also the same as international and UK. So it's a really, really selling one, this program. And the next slide, please. Then here we're moving on to our digital business programs. So the digital business programs, these are offered as both a full-time and part-time. So you can do it within 12 months, or you can do it a part-time within 24 months or 36 months. Sorry, I should have mentioned this earlier, but the other programs are all a 1-year program course. There's no part-time in that. We believe face-to-face, it's all 1 year. So moving on to the digital business. So this can be done part-time and full-time as well. So MSc Digital Innovation, we have a partnership with Capgemini. For those of you who have not heard of Capgemini, it is a global technology consulting firm, and 35 students every year they go and they work in Capgemini and McKinsey consulting firms. And big lecturers come, and big people, they come and they give lectures as well to the class, and they're looking for the next fresh load to come on. And then we've got the digital business and data analytics. Here as well, we've got a partnership with the NHS internship. So we've got the Royal Berkshire Hospital in Reading, based in Reading, and they have a mentor with them, with the Berkshire Hospital, and they can go and actually work with them. So it's a great opportunity as well if you wanted to get into data analytics and digital business. Then moving to our real estate and planning. So here you can see we have 3. So all of our REP real estate programs, they are fully accredited by the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors, which is RICS. And you will be paired up with an industry mentor through the mentoring scheme of Reading, and experience the practical learning through the real case scenarios that you have. You will also go on a field trip like the business management programs. And where you'll be faced with an industry challenge that you'll have to face. Just so you know, Henley Business School is the largest in the UK for teaching and research in real estate. And 89% of the students will recommend this program, and we have a very high post-graduation employment rate, which is 97%. So it's a really great program to do. And the next slide, I think there's some pictures that I'll get to take you through. Yes. So this slide just shows you where the MSc Human Resource Management class they went to. They went to Malta to do their summer project in the summer. So they went to an express trailer company where they got a challenge. And then you can see at the bottom picture, they broke out into smaller groups. They started working through a challenge, and then they presented back. So it's really putting on your hands into experience and getting the feel of how to work in a big company. And of course, on the right, it's not just all work, work, work. They get to do a bit of sightseeing and just looking around Malta as well, a place you wouldn't think of going. And the next slide will be some, I think, a few more pictures. Yeah, so MSc International Business, they went to Turkey. They went to Yeditepe University, where they got talks from professors and other prominent people who came from big businesses to do talks with them. I believe this was a one-week travel where they spent the first 3 days getting lectures, and the fourth day they went on a nice cruise on the boat, and they got to have some nice food and see some belly dancing, and then on the last day they had to present back. So they try and mix a little bit so you can get to see the culture of the place that you're actually visiting as well as working. And then the next slide will just tell you a few of the other places where they went to. I didn't want to go too much in depth. So our MSc Management class, they went to Athens. MSc Marketing went to Paris. ICMA, they went to Venice. And MSc Finance Investment Management went to Greece, and the MSc Real Estate went to Germany. So you have, like you can see all our programs, they have that opportunity where you can go to these countries. They're not fixed, so they change every year as well. I'll just talk a little bit about the ICMA Center now, where we teach our finance. So for ICMA, we have different courses here available. All are taught on a 9 to 12 month. People ask us what's the difference between 9 and 12. There isn't any real difference. You can finish your course within 9 months and then do a three-month work placement. You have the option, or you can just finish it within 9 months. It depends on how quick you can complete the course. For all of our ICMA programs, finance programs, you require 3 to 4 quantitative modules in your undergraduate degree. And students who do not have this, they have the option of taking a GMAT, where we require 75 percentile or above in the maths. And then the next slide, I think it's going to show you a picture of where they went. Yeah, so they had an international experience. So going into our finance program, you get an opportunity to go in for a whole month. And they went to Athens, in Greece, to the American College of Greece. This is the oldest and largest accredited American college in Europe. And we have a great partnership with them. So what they have, they work on a project called the Digital Banking Challenge. And the module is taught at the Alba Graduate Business School, which is, like I mentioned, an American college in Greece. It is the first non-national business school in Greece, with professors and visiting people from top businesses schools around the world, such as London Business School, INSEAD. And the beauty about this is that the ICMA will cover the tuition fees for this as well. So this is incorporated within the tuition fees. It's a great opportunity. And then the next slide. It's just a picture of them in Venice. They're learning the agorithmic and high-frequency trading module from students from the University of Venice, a very top skill that employers are looking for. So it's really worth investing into that. And this is open to all of the ICMA students as well. This one. And then the next couple of pictures I'll show you, it's just basically that's how the programs are ran. They all have the beauty of the summer internship, but also along your time while you're studying at the business school, we have big prominent speakers that come on campus and they give lectures to the class. For example, they had a fun evening with Tim Skeek from the Bank of China. He spoke about investment banking and he talks about his career how he started his path. So it's really interesting to listen, because they weren't all these big bobs and, you know, when they started. So it's interesting to understand they also were in your shoes one day and how they worked through it. And on the right, there was another prominent speaker, Caroline Shaw from Fidelity, and she came and also did a great talk. So a great way of learning as well and meeting these big prominent people. The next slide. And then you've got internship opportunities. So while they also come in, you've also got companies that come in and you can have drop-in sessions with them. So what our careers team do, the beauty is that the careers are fantastic. And I have to say to you, it's completely free to use our career service, because like I mentioned in the beginning, you invest a lot to study. So you want to know what your end result is. So make use of the careers as much as you can. They will have one-to-one drop-in sessions. You can have as many one-to-one drop-in sessions as you want. They will help you with your CVs. They will help you with interview questions. If you have an interview, they will give you some constructive feedback. And they'll also call these companies on site. And then you can have one-to-one drop-in sessions with them. So you can learn whether your skills are matching with that career. Because sometimes you hear that, yes, I want to go to this big, massive company like Microsoft or EY or Oracle, but you need to make sure that those skills are matching too. So it's a great opportunity for you to get your hands, your feet in the door and actually feel what's matching there. So these are some of the companies that come, but depending on what majority of the students want, they call in for those companies too. And the next slide, please. So there's just a few more checklists, what our careers do. So they have post affairs, they have all of our master courses, they incorporate there's a career webinar, it's called, and it's once a week. It's a 0 module, but you don't have any time limit to do that, but we do advise you to do it because it just gets you connected with the careers, and the careers can understand where to place you in with jobs. They won't obviously give you the job, but they will give you all the resources on how to get the job. Because like I mentioned, we are very close to London, and most of our graduates, they go around. Reading is a hub, and hub meaning it's got all the multinational companies in and around. So you have a great opportunity for when you look at your career outcome here. They will also talk to you about how to get a job in the UK as an international student, and give you some insights as well. On the next slide, please. So the next slide just shows you an overview of the different big companies that we're talking about. Like I mentioned, with the Silicon Valley of the UK, these are the big companies that we have in Reading and around Reading. So we've got over 11,000 high-tech companies based. We've got 7 technology parks. So we're very well known. Reading is very well known with good connections as well with the companies. And like Xiaoying mentioned earlier, we're very central. We have direct links to most of the places, London, Oxford, Bath, all the way up to Edinburgh. So they're definitely a good investment to make here. And I think that is it, isn't it, Xiaoying? The next slide. Oh, with employability, yes. So this is what I say to most of my students. It doesn't matter where you study. The main thing you should ask yourself is, what is your return on investment? So for example, you can see that Henley's return on investment is 1.75. What does that mean to you? So it means if you invest, for example, a course worth 25,000, your return on investment is 1.75, means your first salary will be 47,000 approximately. I haven't worked out properly, but about that much. So you can see that the return on investment is high. So wherever you go to study, always check what your return on investment is, because that is the main question you should be asking yourself. Student satisfaction in our programs is a 96%, employability 98% of our students. They get employed after graduating in most of our subjects, if not all. And we are top number 20 for our career service for our master programs, according to Financial Times. And scholarships, which is very important, which I always get asked about. So it's, Xiaoying mentioned that the University of Reading offer these Century scholarships. So we also are quite lucky to have that option as well, shared with the University of Reading. But the Henley Business School also have additional scholarships, which we offer our students studying our master programs here. We have over 150 scholarships across the range. So you can, whichever subject you apply for, it's called a subject scholarship, which you can be awarded up to £8,000. Then we've also got the automatic scholarship, which is new to this year. So anyone with outstanding results automatically will have a £3,000 reduction on their fees. So you can get multiple scholarships. It doesn't mean that you just need to apply to one. Last year, I know a student had 3 scholarships and he joined them together and it gave him a massive amount of scholarships. So he got the Century, he got the Course Pacific scholarship, and he got one from his university in Italy. So there were 3 scholarships he had and he joined them all together. So he was quite a happy guy. So they're open. So just like University of Reading, you have to have an application. You have to apply for the subject, you have to get an offer, and then you have a choice of applying for the scholarship. It's completely free to apply to your course here to study a master's. So there shouldn't be any reason not to, and it's always good to check what kind of scholarships you are eligible to and what you can get. I always say it's no harm trying. And I think the next one is the final one, and then it'll be open to questions. Yep. Right, thank you guys. So if there's any questions from anyone, for myself or Xiaowing, please feel free to ask.
So for the business management school, are those programs 1 year long?
The business management, that's right. There's 1 year. I would say even less than 1 year, because all our courses start in September intake. And then by June, you're sort of done with all the theory, and then you actually go on your international field trip, where you put it to life. So it's a really cool blend of teaching there.
Thank you.
And then I have 2 questions, if you don't mind. Are there any specific prereqs or qualifications for applying for the master's programs?
For which master's programs? Any of in particular?
For the business management.
For the business management, there isn't any. You can come from any background. If it's anything to do with the finance, like I said, you need to have a GMAT or some sort of maths, 3 to 4 quantitative of maths. There was some in the accounting as well, where you needed some accounting background, but with the business management, none. So some people just come out after undergraduates and they join, and some people are mature students. So you have a real good blend of different age ranges there as well.
And then my second question is there any way we can get in touch with prospective students at the university to hear about their experiences?
Yeah, definitely. So I actually do that as well. I hire students. So I'm actually interviewing students next week for the new students that have just come. So I like them to, because I believe in students' voice is so powerful. So it's nice for you, because you can hear all you want from me, but you want to hear from the horse's mouth themselves, the ones that are actually been in your shoes, now they're studying, and they're actually telling you. And I recruit them and we pay them. It's like they can work up to 20 hours per week, and you pay them per hour. And we've got different things. We've got something called the Unibuddy platform. So if you go onto our website, Henley Business School, chat to a student, you'll see in a range of different students around different programs representing different countries. And you can chat to anyone. It's like a WhatsApp, really. You chat to them, they have to reply within 24 hours. If you make an offer, we've got another project called the Calling Campaign. So you will get a call from them. And you have the option of speaking to them and asking them any sort of questions you want. I think the first campaign is running in December.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Any other questions?
All right, thank you guys so much. We greatly appreciate this, and we are going to blast this out on our social media to make sure that everybody is aware of the awesome stuff that's going on at the University of Reading. And Xiaowing, we will talk to you again on Thursday with a couple more of your programs.
Yes, Michael. Just wanted to say thank you both for joining this session today. It's great meeting you. And thank you, Michael, for organizing. And thank you, Yasmin, for joining as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck with everything, guys. Bye.